Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. This will be my last ever video talking about the college football playoffs of 2023 in terms of how I felt about it, why I felt about it the way I did, and why I reacted the way I did. And my reaction really isn't much different. I'm not disappointed that Florida State did not get to make the college football playoffs. And I'm a fan of Florida State. Look, and I completely understand why the committee did what they did. Look, I know I'm not here. I'm not one of those petty fans that's here to talk about, oh, they were favoring Nick Saban. Oh, they were trying to help Alabama. Everybody likes Alabama. Nobody cares about Florida State. No, listen. At that point in the year, without Jordan Travis, Florida State was still a good team, could still win games, had a great defense and everything. But their offense just was not the same. So if I'm looking at that team versus Alabama, who does have their quarterback, who also plays really good defense, who can do more than enough to win games, I feel like they had a better chance in the playoffs at that time and moment instead of a Florida State team without Jordan Travis, who clearly did not look right offensively. They had two chances to showcase their offense without Jordan Travis. They had it against the Gators, who didn't even make a bowl game this past year, and against Louisville, who won 10 games but lost their last 3 to Florida State, Kentucky, and then USC without Caleb Williams in the bowl game. So I'm not too upset about it. I never really was, to be honest with you. I do understand it should be about the 4 best teams in the playoff. Now, if Jordan Travis was healthy, Florida State would have easily gone in there. And to be honest, I think they would have won the whole thing. I did not see a team out there with Jordan Travis that Florida State didn't have a chance at beating, at least, if not beating them. And yes, that includes Georgia, with Florida State being fully healthy on both sides of the ball. Even if Georgia was. Because Georgia showed me they struggled against a good defense, not a great defense. Alabama's defense was good, but it was not great. Michigan showed that. But that's besides the point. Regardless of how I feel about it, I'm not petty about it. It is what it is. I've accepted it. And here's another reason why. Think about it. When Mike Norvell first got there, Florida State was a losing team. They had 2018, 2019, 2020, if you count COVID, 21 back-to-back losing seasons. First 2 years with Mike Norvell, losing years, right? And 2022, FSU won 10 games. And I think they were only expected to win about 10, 11 games, right? They went on to win 13 games in a row, and they won the ACC championship for the first time in almost 10 years. They beat Clemson for the first time in almost 10 years. So I appreciate the small things, not small things, but the things not quite as big as winning a national championship or making the playoffs or anything like that Florida State was able to accomplish, because it's still impressive. Still whooping Miami. You owned LSU like I said they would. Remember that prediction I made. And they still own the Gators. They run the state of Florida. They own their conference. So I'm really not disappointed with that as a Florida State fan. That's pretty much it. I'm never going to talk about the playoffs again as a Florida State fan because I don't need to. That was last year. This year is this year. Go Noles.